Well, hello, boys and girls. Miss Cheryl here. It's really good to be with you again. I hope you had a great week. The weather sure is getting nicer for you to play outside. Well, here we are to learn more about Jesus and his great love for us. And we have an exciting lesson today. We're going to talk about doubting Thomas. Thomas was one of Jesus's 12 disciples, and he doubted that the other disciples had seen Jesus. And he said, well, I have to see the nail prints in his hands and feel them. And I have to see the wound in his side and put my hand there. And he didn't believe that they had seen Jesus who had arose, who had risen from the dead. And he had to see to believe. Well, we're going to do some fun things here before you start your lesson. And first of all, I have these creatures, and there are some unbelievable facts about these creatures, and that this is a chameleon. And did you know that the chameleon can put his eyes in two different directions? One eye go in one direction and another in another direction. Can you try that with your eye? I can't do it, but can you believe that he can do that?
I doubt it.
You doubt it, Pastor Charlie?
Well,
it's true. You can read it in books and online. Well, I have something else. Kangaroos. Do you like kangaroos? Well, did you know that the baby, which is called the joey, when they're first born, they're no bigger than a coffee bean? Can you believe that?
I doubt that.
You doubt that, Pastor Charlie? Oh, it's true. It's true can be. I get another one. Let's see what this one is. Do you like dolphins? They're great creatures that God created, but did you know? And can you believe it? They don't sleep. Because if they sleep, they stop breathing. Can you believe it?
Oh, I doubt that.
You doubt
Doubt
it?
that.
Pastor Charlie's not believing these things. It's true. Just look it up. I have one more. What does that look like? You're right. It's a hummingbird. Hummingbirds are beautiful creations of God. They're really good. And did you know that they can fly upside down? Yes. And they can fly backwards and forwards in all kinds of ways. They're amazing creatures, and they can go 30 miles an hour. And down, they can go 60 miles an hour. I think that's it. You don't believe that? Let me see if I'm right. Yes. Yep, they can fly backward and forward and upside down. And 60 miles down. You don't believe
Doubt that.
Well, it's true, Pastor Charlie. Now, you doubted all that. Now, that was just like Thomas doubting. He didn't really believe that Jesus had risen from the dead. Doubting. Now, I have something else for you. We're going to play a little game. And I'm going to tell you 3 things about myself. 2 are not true. And 1 is true. So, when I say 1, you have to say, I doubt it, or I believe it. Okay. Now here's the first one. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll go through them at first, and then I'll ask you if you doubt them or believe it. Okay. First fact about myself. When I was little, I was so smart, I skipped first grade. That's the first fact. Second fact is when I was 4 years old, I picked potatoes in a big field, and a farmer dug them up, and I got paid for picking potatoes. The third fact is when I was 25 years old, I won $300,000. Okay. Now, first fact, when I was little, I was so smart, I skipped first grade. Do you doubt it or believe it? Okay. Second fact, when I was 4 years old, I picked potatoes in a farmer's field and got paid for it. Do you doubt it or believe it? The third fact is when I was 25, I won $300,000. Do you doubt it or believe it? Okay. Which was true? I will tell you. Ready? When I was 4 years old, I picked potatoes. I did, really. Ask my mom. Ask my mom. Well, that was a fun game, and you can do that later on in the lesson with your mom or grandma or grandpa, and with each other and your family. That will be fun. Okay, boys and girls, I have an amazing trick for you to see, and you can do this afterwards in your lesson. Well, anyway, do you think that I can make these two paper clips hook together in the air? Do you believe it?
I doubt that.
Pastor Charlie is a doubter. Well, okay, let's try it. I'm going to put this here, and this is really a cool trick. It's really amazing. Okay, here we go. A 1, a 2, a 3. Ta-da!
Whoa.
Whoa, is that amazing or what, Pastor Charlie? And you doubted that, but it really happened. Well, we're going to be ending this part of our lesson, and then you can go on. But what I want you to do is, after I say a statement, you're going to go, I believe, and put your fist up in the air. Are we ready? Ready, Pastor Charlie?
I'm ready.
Okay. I believe in Jesus. I believe. I believe he is the Son of God. I believe. I believe he died and rose again. I believe. I believe he came for us all. I believe. And I believe he is here now with us. I believe. Now, you boys and girls, have a great, great lesson learning about Thomas and his unbelief. And then you're going to see what happens. It's really amazing what happens in this story. And never forget that Jesus is real. And you can believe in him. And it's true as true can be. So always believe and trust in your Lord Jesus. And don't forget he loves you very, very, very much. And he's with you all. You take care and God bless. Love y'all. Bye-bye.